Hello, everybody.
Welcome. Truth or tinfoil?
Well,
This is what we meant when the front porch takes over. Of course, it's me and Tex. We're going to take over. I love it. Today, of course, we've got more stuff to go through, and we're going to decide whether this is truth or tinfoil. Let's go through the channel lineup real quick so we know what we're going to watch this next week. Starting off next, after Truth or Tinfoil, we've got the newest episode of Infamous Minds with Tex right here. Oh, other side. That side. Yeah, that side. On Mondays at 7 p.m., it's Danielle Diva in the Diva Dimension. At 8 p.m. Central on Mondays, of course, it's Texas Front Porch with your favorite co-host, me, and that guy. And Tex on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. It is Beyond BMR with Bigfoot Michigan Rob and his co-host Krista. On Wednesdays at 7 o'clock, it's Donnie Cho Says Stuff. And at 8 p.m., it's Inhumanoids with Barton Nunley and his wife Letitia. On Thursdays, do we have Monica Rollins starting this week?
She better.
Monica Rollins should be on Texas Front Porch at 7 p.m. with Our Paranormal World. At 8 p.m., of course, it's Blondes and Booze. On Fridays at 7 p.m. Central, it's more of Blondes and Booze. Don't forget to tune in to the new time. On Saturdays, we don't have anything special going on, but we do have a friend of the channel, Paranormal Paul of Paranormal Among Us, starts at 8 p.m. Central. On, of course, Sundays at 5 p.m., here we are. Truth or tinfoil?
Ta-da.
Ta-da.
So, Randy is on his way to Austin. He spends a lot of time going to Austin. He's got a girl.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, one of his girls goes to school down there. And he's headed down there. So, I took advantage and stepped in and you know,
Right.
I told him, he said, oh, I'll shoot you some pictures and y'all can go over and stuff. And I'm thinking, you know, I don't need help finding pictures that I can go over, you know. But
there was enough out there.
Yeah, y'all had been talking about this, what is it, an ing or a zing or a ning or a ninning or something.
Okay, somebody in chat, what is it?
They actually, it was let's see, Brandon, I think it was, said he's ready for some, drum roll please, what did he say?
I don't even know how to pronounce it. Ningens,
Yeah.
ning.
I'm going with Ningning.
Ningings.
But it's some kind of critter that, yeah, dadgummit. Ninjins. Ninjas.
How are we supposed to discuss something we can't even pronounce?
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
But
it's what we do on the porch. We just plow through.
Right? But this critter is, he dug up a picture of this thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It is, and I've heard y'all talk about this too, and we talked about it over on the porch. It is so hard to judge anything with just a picture anymore, because
You have no information.
Reliable. Okay, it's Ning, then Jin like gun.
Ningen.
Ningen. I like Ning.
Critters.
Yeah, one of them critters. One of them famous front porch critters. There we go. But you know, like I said, it's
Hey, Joey Hayes says, Tex and Brandi, could you do a Zodiac show one time?
well, if you can talk Brandi into coming over with me and Danielle on Infamous Minds, yes.
Yeah. We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do it one of these weekends. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm all about it.
All right. We're this week we're not doing about the Infamous Minds. It's not about any one person or anything like that. We're going to discuss something that's very important to us, and it's more of we're just getting information out there for everybody. But it's about the circle of violence and how to break it and how to survive it and where you can get help.
Well, I think that's important. I mean,
I do too.
You sit here and you talk about it all the time, but how do you break the cycle? How do you get away from it? That's what you need to know. Yeah. Yes, so Joey, I will do it. Joey, I will do it. He says, please. I said yes.
There you go.
Still feeling a little under the weather, but I'm doing better. So.
Well, that's good since I never knew you were sick.
Yeah.
Nobody tells me anything.
Watch the Blondes every once in a while. You might figure it out. Anyway.
It's y'all's fault because y'all should keep me informed. But
right.
And
well, we know you've been dealing with work and everything, and that's stressful enough. I mean, just me being sick, I'll get over it. But we have a good shot. Randy did send a good one. I don't know really what to think of this one.
I don't either. I mean, hell, let's bring it up.
Yeah, let's look at it.
Yeah. Yeah. She's gonna find the damn button. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a ning or a gun or whatever it is.
A critter.
A critter. And you know what? I'm going to try to do this a little different here because I'm not happy with the way that looks. So y'all look at that and bear with me for a little bit. Well, don't quit talking.
Well, I'm looking at it. You flashed it at me, and then this is that. I'm really looking at it, and I'm trying to figure out, is that wings behind it?
That's kind of what I was looking at. It's like almost like a fairy top thing.
Well, yeah, and it almost looks like it has a tail coming off. And I'm not sure, something in its head or in the horns looks like it's reflective. So that's throwing me off just a hair because being black and white, you can see that, a type of flash was used. Or some type of night vision, I'm not sure. But something that was, a light source. So I don't really know how. That's really just throwing me off there.
All right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this a little better here. How's that? Oh wait, you don't know yet. Hang
on. We can't see that text.
No.
See if you can pull it up and zoom in a little bit on that. I mean, it was very strange to me. Like I said, it's got like something reflecting.
You see that? Is that better?
Yeah, that's better for me. How about everybody else? Is that good? Um, while everybody's studying that picture, I just want to let everybody know this is our last show that'll be streaming to Texas Front Porch. So next week you'll have to go straight to Truth or Tinfoil to watch the show. So make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and notification button.
Let's see what everybody's saying here.
Well, Moon at Noon says, Tex, you got your tinfoil cowboy hat. Brandon says it looks like a stinger. And yeah, it does. It does to me too. Kind of like a stingray stinger, except I can't see any barbs on the end of it or anything.
The dude says, you all see Bigfoot, you tell him the dude wants his watch back. He took it from me when I was sleeping and then disappeared. Sup, dude? Oh, and here comes Duke, of course. Ningen ISU is a Japanese metal trio. It's supposed to be an aquatic cryptid. See, this doesn't look aquatic to me.
No, it doesn't to me either. It resembles more of a Wendigo looking creature than it does anything aquatic.
To me, it looks like a damn butterfly costume with the antennas and everything.
I mean, could it be part of the Fae family? Because you know how some of them are pretty dang ugly.
Well, hell, I think everything's part of the Fae family nowadays.
Yeah. True. Or I'm just throwing this out there. It's a possibility. Who knows? Because we have nothing on this picture. Pukwudgie.
Yeah. See, I'm with Gary Spike Sr. It looks like a bug.
It does to me too. It's an awfully big bug.
Ningen. No.
Somebody said Mothman. Looks like a Mothman.
Let's see. Yeah, see, that looks nothing like the pictures that I'm bringing up. What is Randy trying to do to us?
I don't know. Maybe he had another picture and didn't give it to us or something.
Because honestly, the pictures I'm seeing, you know what? I'm going to do this. Hang on. Here's a pretty cool one. Oh my gosh.
I don't know, Tex. Zoom that picture back out just a hair. And so we can see basically the angle from where it was taken. See, it doesn't look that tall, does it?
No, it looks maybe man size. Maybe. But I'm not getting that. I don't now. I mean, you look at a picture and you kind of get a feel of what you're looking at,
right?
Kind of thing, first glance, and I'm thinking this thing ain't but about 4 or 5 feet tall.
I mean, could we be looking at a Pukwudgie?
Well, we could be looking at just about anything.
I know. I don't see anything where it screams at me that this is real. It kind of looks like a costume type. It does look like a costume to me. And if you'll zoom back up on that image again, let's try to tear apart, see if we can see a costume.
All right. Well, hang on a second. Hang on a second. I'm trying to bring us up an image of what we're really supposed to be looking at here. Why is it so hard to get an image to come up when you Google it? I don't understand this. I just want to look at the freaking image. Why are you being so difficult?
It's what it does. It's what it does. You're right, Laura. It's posing, looking straight at the camera. You're right.
Okay. Let's do this here. I'm going to take this down. I'm going to bring this up. Now, this is supposed to be the stages of the Jing Jing or whatever the hell it is.
Ningen.
Yeah.
Hey, so, Jason. That looks nothing like it.
No, absolutely nothing like what we're looking at.
Plus, it's in the middle of the woods, so I'm going to say it's a no to that. I somebody mislabeled that or just picked a name and put it to.
Yeah. And there's other images of this thing, and it looks like a misidentified dolphin or whale to me. Well, that's
okay.
Yeah. But this is supposed to be the stages of it. Looks like a damn tapeworm down here.
Right.
And then this thing, I mean, does it lose its arms during it? Is it like a frog when it gets a tadpole, it loses its tail and all that kind of stuff? And now it's got, and over here it's got arms and no legs, and it forms a tail. So
I don't know. This particular thing is unknown to me.
Yeah,
I know nothing about it.
And Brother Heck says they say it's a beluga whale. I see, that's what I got when I looked at it. I'm like, yeah, it's.
I would.
That's what it looks like to me. All the other images, if you Google this thing and you look under images, a lot of the images look like a beluga whale. So, you know, I think it's. But there's also images of it supposedly in this two-legged thing with no arms and everything, walking on icebergs. It seems to be a cold water creature. I'm not buying it. I was thank you, Jamie.
Thank you, Jamie. Yeah. Well, you know, so this is really what we're not looking at. We're looking at something else. Like I said, I'm leaning towards just basically a pukwudgie on it, and I'm still thinking that it's not real. I think it's a costume. If you'll flick that picture back up for us, Tex, and let us look at it one more time, and we're gonna make our final decision on it. Because I really want to look up close at it to see if it is a costume or if I can tell, or, you know, because it always has those signs of like ripples in the fabric or, you know, things that just don't look normal, like skin.
But
of course, when we're looking at these things, what's normal anyway?
I mean, this is the picture that Randy sent us, so don't blame us. You know, don't shoot the messenger. I'm going to blame everything on Randy because I can.
Yeah. Let's just bring it up close one more time and try to look at it.
I'm going to get it way up close here. It gets all pixelated. See, I don't know. This is screaming costume to me.
It is. It
honestly,
is.
It looks like it looks like somebody dressed in a ghillie suit that's trying to with a butterfly head on. I don't know.
I don't know, but you know what? I'm going to give it the tinfoil because this is what I believe right here. I think that this thing is a costume. It's it isn't any creature that I've ever seen. It looks like a costume. It's super shiny. It's
Yeah.
something on its horns is reflective. I'm gonna say tinfoil.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you.
Everybody
Why not?
else, you
Why
got
not? Why
something?
not?
Moon at noon says tinfoil. Uh, to me that just screams like costume.
Yeah. 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 See, Brandon says, I have looked for the ningens for like 20 years and I've never heard of a forest one. Yeah. I'm not. Please slap Randy in the last week. Yeah. I'm not. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not buying this one. Just not now.
Okay, we're just gonna call that tinfoil.
Yeah.
Are we gonna go ahead with that clip, the next clip? Because if we are, this is the famous Freeman
Footage. Yeah.
clip. Yep, and we have taken it off of YouTube, or not YouTube, TikTok. So we're gonna go ahead and play it for you because they're they got a lot of things to say about this video in particular.
Yeah. So this is the famous Freeman footage that everybody's talked about.
Right.
And everybody, and it's supposed to be legit. You know. I've seen these things walk and run. So
can't see much up through here. I hear the brush popping and stuff. Oh, there he goes. Jesus. Get up here where I can see him real quick. Get up here. Get a better picture.
Now, I'm just gonna start with the guy filming. He's scared. There's no doubt about this guy's scared. And he says, I'm going to get up here so I can get a better look. But you only notice he takes about a step or two. He is not going super close. And that tells me right there's something to this. Because if it weren't real, they'd be trying to walk straight up on it. You know what I mean? If this were fake, and that's what a lot of people do is they try, oh yeah, we're going to walk right up on this thing. This guy said, I'm going to get up here just to get a better look. And he walks like one or two steps. That's it. That's my first sign that says, hey, whatever this is, real or not, this guy's scared. This guy's scared.
well,
What do you think, Tex?
I have mixed feelings about it. If I'm completely and brutally honest, I have mixed feelings about it. Um, I got to watch it again.
Okay, let's watch it again.
Can't see much up through here. I hear the brush popping and stuff. Oh, there he goes. Jesus. Get up here where I can see him real quick. Get up here. Get a better picture.
See, I don't think the guy's scared at all. I think he's excited.
Well, yeah, that could be too, but he wasn't walking up close, was he?
Well, no.
No, he wasn't. And if you notice, another thing that kind of was off to me of how loud he was actually talking.
Yeah.
You know, to me, I would bring it down to a whisper, you know, or something, not to disturb, you know, the Bigfoot. I would just, you know, bring it down to a whisper so I can describe what's going on.
I don't think he's scared. I think he's excited. He does sound like he's kind of huffing and puffing. It could be from excitement. It could be from
Fear.
Walking. Could be from fear. But I wasn't scared when I saw mine. You know? And this guy, this is not his first rodeo. He's a very well known and researcher. He's been researching for years and years and years before he saw this. And before he got this on film, let me put this may not have been the first one he's seen.
True, possibly.
So, and we know he's seen evidence and footprints, and he knew they were around. He believed in them. So,
yeah, he is a researcher.
Encounter he's had, so he's probably not. I don't think he's scared. I think he's excited. Maybe he was, you know, trying to traverse the terrain. He's maybe not in the best shape.
Possibly. Well, this back in 1994. I'm going to say he was in decent shape in 94.
So it's I'll say this. If it's a hoax, it's a damn good one.
I think so.
Because the walk, the gait, if you'll notice, he's the creature is negotiating the terrain. Okay.
Yes.
But look at how smooth he's walking. Even stepping over stuff and negotiating terrain, he's not bobbing up and down. Right?
No.
He did turn his head and look. He did turn his head and look at Mr. Freeman. So, it's I think it's the real deal. I'm gonna go with the general population, the popular vote here, and I think it's real. You know.
Well, for me, I guess watching the video, for me, it was the length of the gait. As you've seen it walk, it was taking tremendous strides.
Right.
And it was getting through the terrain very easily. And I think that if you're in a suit, that's going to be a little bit harder to navigate.
Right. And that's part of it. If you're in a full suit like that, and Brother Heck, I have to disagree with you because I've seen these things. They are very nonchalant. They don't get spooked. They don't panic.
They're at the top of the food chain. Why would they?
Even when they get seen, that they may move with a little bit of quickness, but they don't freak out. They don't panic. They're very um, focused in what they're doing. It's like the first one that I saw, stood up out of a wheat field, looked around, broad daylight, and just took off running. Not at a panic run, just he had someplace to be before we did. Before he wanted to get there before we got there. That's how that's what I got from it.
Right.
But even at a full run, the head wasn't bobbing up and down. Like I said, I've always said they move like a dancer, just like the one me and you saw.
Right. Right. Well, you got to think about this too. Is this Mr. Freeman's research area? Does he go out there a lot?
Yeah.
I mean, if this Bigfoot and the others in its little family unit there, if they're used to him, they're just kind of going to go, he's not going to do nothing. Just keep walking, go about your business. They're harmless. And I mean, that could have played a role in that. Duke was saying that he was out there before searching for prints and other evidence and things like that. So they may be entirely used to him.
Right. I think the look that, because it turns around, it looks at him. And if you think about it, the Patty footage, that one did too.
Yeah.
Kind of turned his head and looked, didn't turn his head because they kind of turned their shoulders and everything. But to me, it's not that's the state of their panic. That's like,
it's like they turn around to size you up and then like, all right, and just keep moving.
To me, it's more of a shit.
Dang it.
Dadgummit.
It's like, why you gotta bother me? Why you gotta bother me?
Yeah.
Why are you in my house? Why are you in my house?
Exactly. Dadgummit, get out of my head. It's like, okay.
Here's like seeing a mouse, it's just like, God.
Well, here's one for you. Here's a comparison. It's like your mom walking in on you.
There you go. Like, dang it. But I think that it didn't look like a costume to me. It didn't move like it was wearing a costume. It had a notable gait like I have seen with my own eyes. If it's a hoax, it's a good one.
Yep.
But I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
I don't either. I think it's when I first saw it, like I said, I was on kind of on the fence, and then as I watch it more and I think about it, and I really listen to the guy's voice, I watch how the creature's reacting and everything. I see a lot of my own encounters in it. So and that's what I have to gauge it on. Not everybody, when they see these things, not everybody panics. You didn't really panic when you saw yours.
Either time, honestly.
Yeah, you just, you were in awe the first time.
Yes, I was. Like jaw dropping.
Yeah.
Like,
holy crap, I'm actually seeing what I'm seeing. I can't believe this happened.
Right.
The second time, I think you were like, and you said it before, I'm gonna crawl in my own hole and disappear so this thing doesn't come and get me. You were scared. You were scared, but you weren't panic scared.
No, it did have my heart racing. It definitely did, because just the sheer size of it scared me. It's like when a bear comes up next to your car, it kind of scares you a little bit because a bear can get in your car, but this thing was bigger. Right, and I know that if it wanted to, it could take me out. So I'm just like, I am just going to lay back here, cover up my head like it was, and because this was close. The second one was
Uh-huh.
close.
Yeah.
You're talking 20 feet.
Right.
So for me, I mean, it wasn't acting aggressive, but then again, on when we saw the first one, we got a bluff charge. So that scared me. That right there scared me.
Right. Well, it's meant to.
Right. And it did.
But there, and see, and Duke's going to disagree with me, but Henry says, so Brandi, do you carry? She always carried before. She carries all the time. So that's why we call her Laura Croft, because she got out of the truck and was walking up there. She had no shit, yoga pants, hiking boots, and a tactical thigh holster on, and her in her ponytail. And I'm like, oh my God, she looks like freaking Laura Croft. But
yeah,
but
and we got to talk about this too, that my leggings had the zippers, with the pockets in them and everything. So I had my pocket stuff. It's only because I know what's out there. I know what's out there. I mean, and sometimes it's not cryptids that scare me the most.
It's not that ever scares me, really.
Right.
I mean, I wouldn't be going out there sleeping by myself if I was scared of these things.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we know there's other people that once it gets dark, they skedaddle, but hey, I'm not that person. But
heck no, me and you charge up there. Ta-da!
No, we're not that smart.
No, we're not. We're not.
No, we're really not.
Just like last weekend, I got back from the Land Between the Lakes. Yeah, same difference. Charged up there at nighttime. Ta-da!
And brother, heck, you're right. I'm more scared of, and that's not really, and I think we're using the wrong word here. Scared, really. I'm more concerned about humans, running into more humans in the woods than I am any critters.
And Gary said hogs.
Pops, you said it right. There you go. He nailed it. Hogs and tweakers. That's what I'm concerned
unfortunately, about. That's the world we live in today. And it's just, it's horrible. It's horrible. Because they're being shunned away from, the towns and things like that. So they have nowhere to go. So then they start living remotely out there, and it's just a sad way to live. That's all I can say about that. But, but getting back to that film though, I mean, I don't know about anybody else. I'm going to say it's real. I'm going to say it's real.
Yeah, I'm going to go with real. I don't think it's any stretch of the imagination or any stretch of the, I don't think we're going out on a limb here saying that's real. I really don't.
Yeah.
One in 1994, I don't see just some Joe Schmo creating a costume that good.
No. And I don't see somebody walking in that as well as that did,
No.
And it was large.
It was. You could tell it was, and it it's not the height. It was the size of it.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, that gate was extremely long if you watched it.
Right.
Especially that last step before he pans away from him. That last step was super long.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say that's real.
Yeah. I'm the same way.
I'm going to have to go back and watch that. I'll probably watch it 100 times. So stop it, slow it down, tear it apart. That's what I'll do. That's the cool thing about the show is we're just slapping things on here and see what we see. We're not doing this ahead of time, so you get to do it with us. That's the cool part.
Right. I want to see if
What else you got, Tex? We got something else?
Well, I'm going to try to get this picture up here that I've been fighting with before we got on air. I don't know why it's giving me such problems. But May have to do it this way. Y'all give me a few minutes, but a few seconds anyway.
I'm blown away by it, actually.
I don't think that there's going to be very many films that are that probably any better than that I will call real. I'll put it that way.
Right. Yeah,
Because,
computer enhancement in 1994, it was very limited.
yeah.
Very limited. And unless you had buku bucks to have that kind of setup in your home, or have a, an office or something that you could put it all in, they just didn't have that in 1994. That was cheap. I mean,
Right.
now
Well,
we know that you can get an app and do it.
Yeah, I ain't no lie. The best thing out there, was like,
Thank you, Brother Heck.
was what I miss? Oh, new member, awesome, thank you. The best thing out there, as far as I'm concerned, was probably at that time Jurassic Park. As far as
Yeah, but
CGI goes,
think about how much money they put into that.
exactly.
It was
Exactly.
astronomical for the time.
Yeah, no doubt.
So,
And
like I
that's
said,
the point.
mhm.
This guy wasn't gonna,
Yeah, he was carrying around his phone or something, handheld, which could have been a digital camera. I think they were coming out at that time, but it was an awfully good picture for a phone. So I would have to say that was a camera, or a
Yeah.
video camera that he had.
Yeah. I just don't think that I just don't think it
Oh,
was.
Joey Hayes asked, he says, Brandi, where can we get the Texas hats? Looking like a rock star. Okay. Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's in Texas has these hats. I liked them so much I got two. I loved them. They're soft, they're comfortable, they don't give you a headache. Honestly, they're an all-around cool hat. Easy to wear all day. Because some hats, they give you a headache, they're too tight or too stiff, or just all around irritating. But these are good hats. It's like a good cowboy hat. When you got it broke in and it feels good.
Yeah, something you can wear on a daily.
Yeah, and I do. I wear these a lot. See, I have my other one right here. So, and until they come out with new ones at Buc-ee's, I'm going to deal with the two I have.
Well, all right. I got one more picture that y'all need to look at.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Because this one is very controversial. Very controversial.
As he's trying to find the button.
Uh-huh. Well, not right now. I'm uploading, downloading, and everything else because I couldn't get it to work any other way.
Well, yeah, it happens that way sometimes. Brandi and I still have a problem. It's like 1 minute one will just zip up, and and it'll be great. And then the next one will take forever to do its thing.
Yeah, because we got about 15 minutes, and I think this will absolutely fill that 15 minutes for sure. All right, so I finally got this. Finally. Now I know this sucks, okay, but the picture, if you can find it, if you just look for Bigfoot standing in a stream, Google is what comes up. This has been said to be real. It is said to been fake. And if it's fake, that is hands down, the best costume I've ever seen. Okay. And this has been around for years. This was supposedly taken out of, it was either Mount St. Helens or, I'm going to get chewed up for this one. Mount St. Helens or, what was that other one? I always go blank on this. But anyway, and it was supposedly taken in the 70s and there was a series of pictures. You could only find a couple. See, it's a model. Four Corners Group debunked it years ago. And I've heard, I've really heard this, that this was fake, and that was been debunked, by several people, which is unfortunate.
Well, first of all, look at how close they're down on it. And by the exposure, this is a picture taken, of course, a long time ago.
But see, I took this with my phone on the computer screen, like this, click and then load it, because I couldn't get it to work any other way. So that's the reason the picture looks like crap. The picture is, the pictures that you see when you bring it up, are very, very, very clear. The clearest pictures out there, so it is a very old picture, but it doesn't look like a very old picture when you really look it up.
So does the original look like staged, perhaps? Because, like I said, this is a very close picture.
Let me look at this.
And then if it's a statue or something, that's an odd place to have it. Because it looks like they're standing on top and taking a full picture from an elevated angle on this thing. I don't know. I mean,
yeah, supposedly it is. Most experts claim this Bigfoot photo is actually just a small model posing in a lake in 1995.
See, that's what I said. It's an odd place to put one, in a lake. But I'm guessing, I mean, if we're talking about this, then, the matted fur seems legit. If it's in a watery area, muddy area, that's legit. Sounds about right.
Well, they went to a very, very they went out of their way to make it look legit. I'll tell you that. And if that's a model, if it's a model, I want to see the model. If it's been debunked as a model, show me the model. That's all I'm saying. And why are we so quick to dismiss a good picture? That's really that is the reason I wanted to bring this picture up, because it is controversial. There's a lot of people, and we saw it pop up. I mean, Duke and everybody was like, "Oh, it's fake. It's been debunked." Blah blah blah. I want to talk to somebody that actually debunked it and show me why they debunked it. We can all say, "Oh, well, these guys debunked it." Tell them, let me talk to these guys. And if it's a model, who made the model? And I want to see the model.
Right. Because there's nothing on the internet about the model or anything like that. So if it has been debunked, I mean, of course, they're going to put out there somewhere where this thing was made. They're going to have something. To me, what gets me is the fur, because it looks just about right for the area that it's in, and matted, and it looks a little wet, and I mean, it looks right for the area.
Yeah. It's like I said, and okay, I'll give y'all. It's okay. It's fake. It's a very good one. A very good one.
Mm-hmm.
Randy isn't here. We're past the 50-minute mark.
Oh, we don't care on this show. We're just done by 58. That's when we're done. Yeah, this one doesn't need the 52. We only go to 58. We're done. But I think that we like to dismiss a lot, especially when, like, if I were to take a picture of something and I know darn well that it was real, I was standing right there, and then somebody's over here, "Oh, that's fake."
Uh-huh.
How do you know? How do you really know? You weren't there. You didn't take the picture. You have no idea what's happening. And just because somebody else says it's a fake doesn't mean it's a fake.
Right. Right.
So
why is it just, and I'm not just talking about this picture, but why is some of the best evidence out there, supposed evidence, I mean, alleged evidence out there, automatically, oh, it's fake?
Oh, well, yeah. Well, people are calling the Patterson-Gimlin film fake too.
Yeah.
It's just like, what? Hello? That is the most famous evidence there is. You can't just, but that Freeman, that Freeman film now, that's,
yeah. Well,
that's pretty dang close.
If this is a model, of that every filmmaker that's going to make a Bigfoot costume needs to look at.
Right.
Saying, because that,
well, we have to go back to the way I described my second encounter. And I was talking about that the chest in this thing was so wide.
Uh-huh.
I mean, wide. And when you get comparison to a head, and then that wide chest, that head's going to look weird. I'm sorry. It's going to look too small for the body. It always is. Most bodybuilders, if you look at them, their heads are usually kind of small, once they bulk up. you know, I mean, to me, that's the first thing I notice is their head doesn't look right. Looks disproportionate on a lot of them, not all of them, on a lot of them. But I mean, to me, I could see that, especially if it's male and it's out there, you know, foraging for the family and pulling down trees and, you know, really working hard. Of course, it's going to bulk up. It's going to look like that. So I guess to me, I mean, I wouldn't call it fake. I wouldn't call it fake. Like I said, there's too many things that look like it should be there in that particular area. Like I said, beginning with the fur and all that, it just looks like it should be there. Now, like I said, whoever made that, if it was made,
kudos.
my hat's off to you. I applaud you, because that's pretty good. That's pretty darn good.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of those things where I would love to find out if it was actually the real deal, because it is so looks so good, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the story that I got was that it was supposedly taken in the 70s. There was a series of 5 photos that was taken. And here's another thing too. If it's fake, how come there's been no more of them? If somebody's going to go to the length to make this model so good, why just put a series of 3 to 5 photos out there and that's it?
Yeah. Dorothy Metcalf says Moneymaker is the one that started calling it fake in a sculpture.
Well, there you go.
Never finding Bigfoot.
Yeah.
But, you know, I mean, that's my thing. I'm not going to dismiss anything until I look at it myself and I have all the information, like Duke was talking about. Once I have all the information and I look at it, and then I will dismiss it or keep it at that point.
Right. Now, see, it's like Duke says here. And if there were 5 pictures, I think there was either 5 or 7 pictures, supposedly. Where are the other 3 or 4? I've only ever seen this one. I have seen, now this has been several years ago. I managed to find a couple of more. I don't have many more. You know, you change phones, you do stuff. And one reason is because, well, everybody says it's fake. Why are you even going to talk about it? But on this platform right here, we can, without getting roasted too bad.
Yeah.
That almost proves my point, Duke. If it's fake, you ought to be able to find them all over the place. And why would they only? Why did it just? They make only one series. You know, why this? They could have went on and on and on with this model, and why? You know, it's like they say, 2 people can keep a secret if one of them's dead.
Right. Well, with that being said,
thank you.
Till
Jamie.
next time.
Yeah.
Until next time. On Truth or Tinfoil, Randy should be back next week, and we'll be all set to go again. We'll see what Randy comes up with. So thanks, everybody, for joining us. Remember that starting as of next week, we will not be broadcasting or streaming to Texas Front Porch. You'll have to come straight to Truth or Tinfoil, and we'll see you then. Bye, everybody.
See y'all later.